Yo, it's boy Marcus from Western back with a video. Today we're going to be doing just kind of like an all-around commentary, maybe a little bit of a recap too, and then just finishing off with a little bit of a class setup, talking about COD Mobile, all the good stuff that we normally do. This game was one of those games, I know you guys have had them before, where you get outslayed by like 30 kills. You know what I mean? Their top two players, I think, both dropped 30 plus. We didn't have anybody over 25, right? And even with that being the case, I was our best player in terms of like slaying out. I think I went double positive, but nobody else. Like I didn't even get MVP. You know what I mean? Our MVP went double negative. You know what I mean? If you don't know what double positive is, that would be going like 20 and 10 or 40 and 20 or 30 and 15. You know what I mean? That's double positive. That's a 2.0 KD. So double negative would be going 10 and 20 or 14 and 28. You know what I mean? So that would be double negative. So a lot of my teammates were negative by a lot. Me on the other hand, I was double positive, but I was like, we're getting absolutely, thumped on, right? I know you're probably watching this now. I haven't died yet. I started this game off like 12 and 0. It's just like we were getting the right kills at the right time, and they weren't hopping the flag enough. And you'll see me kill them off the flag a bunch. Like, that's most of my kills in this first half, is killing them off the flag. The main thing is, when we would kill them off the flag, our teammates would hop it, and their teammates weren't hopping it. So, we were able to kind of keep it neutralized for a bit until here we finally cap it. And this was huge. This guy, look at this guy. He's in our spawn. Why isn't he helping his teammates out at B? You know what I mean? Had he just stayed statue, right? Because none of our teammates are tractor. That's how he got there. He ran through tractor, ran by statue, ran to boxes, then came up behind me, and then just did all that running just to die. You know what I mean? If you're going to take that route, it needs to pay off, right? And taking that route against me, like, I'm Soundhorn, so you got to bot walk, right? Because if you don't bot walk, I'm going to hear you, I'm going to turn around, I'm going to pray, man. Now you're dead, right? And that's one of those big things. Like, I take those routes all the time, but I know I got a bot walk. You know what I mean? And you'll see me do it later in this game, and I'll show it and the difference it makes in this second half on the game. Now, even if he doesn't, let's say he just kills me there and dies. You know what I mean? Even something like that, that's still super important and super helpful. This right here, look at that. I get the hit marker, and then he immediately, I go prone immediately, but he still somehow gets me with the annihilator, kills me off my streak. It just unfortunate, really. Not much else to it, but kind of, they finally get B and they kind of bring it back in the end of this round. It's not really a big deal. The big thing nowadays with COD Mobile is like, how do you use your persistent streaks, right? So if you don't know, there's put a wild card in the game called wildcard support. I've probably already talked about it in numerous videos. This gives you another score streak that you can also use with your persistence. So basically, you can get persistence and get 4 streaks every game guaranteed. And you'll get, a Goliath or a high streak too. And that's absurd. Like, anybody who doesn't think that's absurd is crazy, right? Persistence shouldn't even be allowed in ranked. But not only is it allowed, they also put in a wild card where you can do it to even a higher extent. Which is, like I said, it's nuts. Almost as nuts as just J358 that you see on the ground right there. That thing is crazy looking. Haven't gotten it yet. I want to get it. Haven't gotten it yet. But it is absolutely absurd. So going into the second half, we're getting outslayed by 11 kills. And that's a lot of kills, right? I mean, that's 11 times more that they've killed us than we've killed them. That's a lot. Like, when you put that in the grand scheme of just one half of a game, that's crazy. You know what I mean? That's not really... You get outslayed by that much, you should be losing every time. Right, because you would play behind those kills, you'd hop on the flag. Now, one of the things about COD Mobile that enables that to not happen is there's no respawn delay. So you could die as much as you want. There's not really much of a penalty, because next thing you know, you just hit 2 stims, you're back in another gunfight in 2 seconds, right? And that's not like that on console. Console, there's a spawn delay. So kills actually mean something there, right? You die, next thing you know, you gotta wait 3 seconds to respawn. They can take more map control and cap flags, and then now what happens then? Now you gotta kill them. right? And now you got to fight that out. If you get a clean wave, then next thing you know, they're all dead. Then you can hop the flag and start getting map control back. You know what I mean? So that's just kind of how it goes. It's just a weird thing. Here, you see me make that route through statue to boxes like I talked about earlier, and now I'm behind him. I get shots into that guy. I'm able to get this guy weak. Now he's off the flag. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just kind of making it really annoying for these guys. They can't focus on capping B because they're so worried about me. Now, I'm able to make a good play over here to get this guy off C and get this gun. That way, in case I need it, get the flag cap. And now we can kind of work on holding B. Holding B right here, just get another guy off the flag. Really just keeping it neutral, right? If I'm not going to be able to cap it, keep it neutral, keep it simple. And I'm really just saving this Goliath for a rainy day, right? When it is needed most, I'll whip it out, kind of just waiting for a time. I end up getting a solid spawn here. Boxes, I know they won't be near me, so I can just call it in now, see if something happens. I made a terrible play with it. I don't use the Goliath very often. I don't like this streak. I think it's kind of cheesy, and I just would rather it not even be allowed. Like, if they were going to ban a streak, the first thing banned should be the Goliath, in my opinion. It's annoying, really. That's all it is. But I hop on the flag, and they immediately call in a cluster strike. Now, we may not get this capped, right? And 2 of us die here. But teammate ran away, so he's able to kind of fight the B cap while we're all dead, spawning out in gas station. You know, he can work the B cap. I'm able to come over to C, get this guy to stop capping it, and then boom, now we can decap C, hold B, and we got closer spawns, which is what you want. And they're spawning gas station, which is even better. Now, I didn't hit my shots. It happens, plain and simple. But teammates go crazy with the flame knot, able to get the caps. Next thing you know, we're dominating them. You know what I mean? We got all 3 flags. This is over. This is GG's. They're gonna have to immediately triple cap to come back and win this game, just because, like, once you get in 3 flag caps and you start getting that first wave of kills before they can recap a flag, that is huge time. You know what I mean? That's a ton of time, because by the time they cap 1, then, you know, now you still got 2 points worth every couple of seconds. I mean, that's just big. USS 9 clearly needs a nerf, as you guys can see right there. But that's pretty much it, man. Look at this kill right here, right? 14. I'm hitting him for 14 with the Swordfish. He can wallbang me for more with the USS 9. I'm telling you, that gun needs a significant nerf. I'm not talking about like an ADS bullet spread or like a attachment nerf. I'm talking about, like, that gun needs a fire rate nerf and a damage nerf. Like, it needs to be like a 3-shot up close, 4-shot everywhere else, right? Like, there has to be, it can't just be a do-it-all gun. You know what I mean? It needs, the fire rate nerf is really going to help with that, because you're going to have less shots that you can shoot, and it'll shoot slower, so it'll just overall be a lot worse gun, and we can get it out of the meta. Now, we can't have nice things, so that's never going to happen, but we can dream. I didn't even get MVP. This guy right here went double negative. He dropped like a 0.4 KD in this game, ends up getting MVP. Shout out him. The impact is what I'm looking at, though. I got over double of his, so I think it's pretty obvious that I should have gotten it. I don't really know how I didn't. The other team, look at that, 36 and 31. 36 kills. He's got more than like 3 of us combined. You know what I mean? And they still didn't win. So that's what I'm talking about, playing a little too selfish. You know what I mean? That will cost you. He's probably wondering why his teammates suck. Maybe he should try hopping on the flag. That being said, the class setup I used is the Swordfish. Plain and simple. I mean, I wouldn't suggest the suppressor, the light suppressor, if there's a better one, but I don't. You got to run a suppressor in ranked since it's not banned. Ranger barrel to extend out the range, steady stock for the ADS bullet spread, as well as the halberd mag for 1 burst capability. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications if you want to. It's been your boy Marcus Morcini. I'm out. Peace.